Hi, I'm Jason Patterson, wellness leader with the Hillsborough County Healthy Living Program. Today what I want to do is show you some of my favorite stretches. So take a few minutes out of your day and kind of join me for the stretch and relax practice. Won't take long, it's very simple. Today all we're going to need is a chair and a mat. If you don't have a chair, you could probably use a couch at the house. Something without arms on it would probably be preferable. If you don't have a mat, if you have a place on the carpet, a towel, what have you, you can get down on the floor on that. That'd be great. Before we go down and do these, I want to talk to you about a couple things you need to always think about, which would be neutral spine. So if you think about neutral spine, this is just a position. If you think about kind of arching, if you look at my belt here, if I'm arching my back or if I'm tilting under, that middle position is your neutral spine. So generally, that's where you want to keep your spine at when you're doing exercise. It's kind of the best position for your back, to keep your back nice and strong. I'll actually be cueing you a little bit to change that, so we'll be making the stretches a little bit more intense that way. So just listen for that. And then the big thing is kind of think about the muscles you're using. We're really taking a break today. I want you to connect your mind to your muscles, feel that tension releasing. And if you think about the muscles you're stretching, which may differ different people depending on where you're tight at, just feel that muscle lengthening and stretching and make sure you breathe. When I talk about breathing, make sure you're not belly breathing. So deep breaths, kind of let your chest and lungs kind of fill out in through your nose, out through your mouth, nice and slow. Another thing is make sure you don't over breathe. Just breathe as whatever's normal to you. And that'll help a lot with everything that you're doing. So what we're going to do now is go ahead and go down onto the mat, and we're going to start off with the first one down here on the floor. So make your way down nice and easy, one knee at a time. All right, so now we're down on the mat. What we're going to do is we get on all fours here, hands below your shoulders, knees below your hips. And then you can, even right here, you can kind of find that neutral spine we were talking about earlier. What I want you to do is you can go, your toes are out, and you're going to sit back on your heels. Now, according to how mobile you are, how good knees you have or don't have, you may not be able to go down as far. But once you go where it's comfortable, I want you to walk those fingers out. And then now we're really going to try to tilt those hips under. Walk those fingers, tilt those hips under. Now, wherever you're feeling that tightness, I want you to think about those muscles releasing. Feel that tension and stress kind of coming out of your body here. And you're taking those big deep breaths, like I said, in through your nose, out through your mouth. You may be able to get into a little bit of a deeper stretch now. Let's do a couple more seconds. Deep breaths. Very good. Come all the way up, nice and slow. We're going to stay right here on the mat now, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull over a chair. So if you have a chair nearby, you can bring a chair for a little support. You can do this without a chair. It takes a lot of balance. So we're going to go half kneeling here. So one knee down. Your up knee, you're going to have the chair on that side. What you want to do is we're going to stay real tall. We're going to kick that back foot in a little bit. Once we got the back foot in, you're going to stay tall and we're going to lunge forward. Make sure that your front foot here is not back behind your knee, so you don't want it back here. So it's out in front of you a little bit, and now we're going to tilt again. We're going to try to tilt backwards. You'll feel the stretch here. For me, it's going to be my left side. So we're holding that. Now whatever knee is down, you're coming up and over. And you're going to feel this in multiple places. It depends on where you're tight at. We're going to hold that and we're going to breathe. And remember, we're making that connection here. Feel the muscles that are stretching. Let them release. 3, 2, 1. Good. Come all the way down. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to switch to the other side. So I'm going to move my chair. And we're going to do the same thing. We're taking the leg closest to it. We're going to bring that foot up. Remember, the foot's outside of the knee. We're going tall. Real important. Find that neutral spine. Kick your back foot in just a tiny bit. And then now we're going to tilt that pelvis, and you'll feel that stretch increase, and then lunge forward a little bit. We're not folding forward here. We're staying tall and just letting your hips slide. Once you feel that, we're coming up and over. Again, deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. Feel those muscles releasing. Kind of make that connection. Couple more seconds. Good, all the way down. So what we're going to do from here is we're going to go ahead and we're going to go up into our chair and sit in our chair. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the chair right here. So make your way up and let's sit in your chair. We're just going to sit nice and tall, right in the middle of the chair. Feet right here below your knees, so you got about 90 degrees. And I want you to take your right ankle onto your left knee. If you're unable to get in this position, which a lot of people are, what you can do is bring this one out a little bit and bend it, and you just go as far over as you can. You may feel a hip stretch there. If you want to, Stay tall, lean forward, you'll increase that stretch. If you are able to get your foot up here, you can put a little pressure on your knee, staying tall with the posture, feel that stretch in your hip, meanwhile you're breathing. If you want to go another level, we can go same arm that you have this little hole here, and we're going to go right through the hole. And then take those big deep breaths. This is a great stretch if you have sciatica, problems with your piriformis. Feel those hips stretching out. Excellent. Let's do the other side. So we're just going to come down. We're going to follow all the steps now. So we're going left ankle, right knee. Remember, our modification is here. Again, if you're feeling it already, just getting in this position, just put a little pressure on that knee and stay there, or lean forward to increase the stretch. And if you want to make it a lot tougher, you can go down. Kind of one of my goals is to try to touch the floor, but I'm not quite there today. Hold that. Think about those muscles releasing. Deep breaths. Excellent. Come all the way down. Let's just stay in that seating position. We sit at the computer all day, also watching a lot of TV sometimes. Neck holds a lot of tension. So what we're going to do here is we're going to sit up tall, and that's really the key to this one is you tend to slouch a lot. So we're going to sit up tall. We're going to take your right arm behind your back. And then from there, what I want you to do is we're not going to look directly to our side. We're going to look at an angle. So we're going to look at that angle, and I want you to drop your chin. If you can get it to your chest, fine. You'll feel that stretch right through here in your upper trap. Little muscle they call levator scapula. Not important. Just know you feel it. Hold that and breathe. If you want to increase the stretch, guys, watch me. Just take your left hand, pull it down a little bit. Take those deep breaths. Let those chest rise and fall. Make sure your posture is good. Catch myself slouching a lot. Couple more seconds. Good, all the way up. Now we got to do the other side, so we're going to do the same thing. Left arm, real tall, hand behind the back, looking over at an angle. We're going to drop the chin. I'm going to go ahead and do the hand. If you already feel this without the hand, you don't need to add too much more. Remember, we don't want pain here. Think about those muscles releasing. We're almost there. A couple more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good, and all the way up. So those are some of my favorite stretches. They kind of hit everything, places that you tend to hold a lot of tension in your body. So if you want to go back and click back and go through those again, that would be great. You can also hold those a lot longer than I did. I held them 10, 15 seconds maybe. You can hold those up to 45 seconds, and you can also do them multiple times throughout the day. So hopefully if you do that, you can start to feel some of those aches and pains go away, kind of get a break during the day and release some stress. Thanks a lot.